Alright YouTube, here's a quick little video for you. My disagreement with the government. Probably commit Sudoku for this because I'm disagreeing with the government. So I'm here at a customer and I just had to call their machine DOA. Still starts, still runs good, but it doesn't run good enough for the emissions. Emissions equipment keeps shutting it down. Can't bypass the emissions equipment because that's a federal crime. Good Lord, go to penitentiary for that one. But long story short, got a diesel truck with Tier 4. It's got a Kubota engine in it, and it runs fantastic, starts fantastic, makes a little bit of smoke. The machine's got 25,000 hours on it, so it's going to make a little bit of smoke. And let's see, she ain't perfect, but that machine's got a lot of life left in it. Ain't nothing wrong with that machine. But it makes too much smoke for the government to say it runs good, so you can't run it at all now. Now, that machine has what's called a DEF filter, diesel exhaust particulate filter. Not to be confused with a urea activated filter or a selective catalyst filter. This is just a filter for the particulate matter. The little dust particles that come out the tailpipe. We don't want that. So, it has a meter on it that can tell how clogged it is. Well, this one happens to be clogged plumb solid. I had to disconnect the manifold for the thing to start because it's so plugged up. Now, according to the customer, they just had that thing burned, blew out, cleaned out, ashed out the whole thing to where it free-flowed gases through it like it's supposed to about a month ago, and it's clogged up already. Now, it has been in limp mode for that whole time because I haven't been able to get out here because it's had several sensor failures on the DEF filter. They've had to order, put on, and I have to come out here every time, which is 2 hours from my shop, to plug a laptop into it and tell it, hey, you got a new part. It's time to work again. And it works for a little while and says, oh, it's making too much smoke. I'm going to have to shut you down again. So, because the government says I can't just put a straight pipe on that thing and get them going again, which would be awesome. And because the government made it mandatory for that thing to only run with that connected, you can't disconnect the little sensor that says, hey, there's a little bit too much crap in this thing, so I'm not going to let you run. So, the government killed that machine. Sure, they want to fix it to where it's usable again, they have to put a new engine in it. That's 25 to 30 grand right now for a Kubota engine that size. Oh, and a new DEF filter. That's 10 grand. I know because I put that one in there. It was $12,000 when I put it in about last year. $12,000 to get another year out of that thing. I'm looking at a work order right now for my services for the last 2 trips out here. They are $2,600 in for a couple sensors and my butt to drive 4 hours. Plug a computer in and tell them, hey, your machine's done. Government says, got to get a new one. How is that good for the environment? Yes, it makes a little smoke. So what? It's particulate matter. It's going to fall back down, and all it's going to do is land in this parking lot. Might land in 10,000 trees around this place because it's in the middle of Lumberton, Mississippi. Literally, all they have here is lumber and trees. I think it'll be all right, but no. They get to use the carbon offset of building a new one in Korea where there are no emissions controls, ship it over on a boat that runs on bunker oil, no emissions controls, to this country where we have all the emission controls, so it can be dead and I think that machine's 6 years old, if that. 6 years and you can buy a new one and do it all over again, so it doesn't make smoke. So that's my complaint for the day. If you don't hear from me again, it's because the government didn't like what I said.